going on, guys? Just
Hey,
give us
guys.
a bit of a comment in the box if you can see us and hear us all right. Hope everyone's going well tonight. My name's Dave, and this is Dids. We're from the Crypto Den, and we're just going to do a quick market scan tonight and share our thoughts on the overall market and where we think it's going, and maybe see if we can do a bit of a hunt for some altcoin trades as well. So, all right. Let's get stuck into it, Dids.
Yep, no worries.
Okay, so first of all, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we broke a daily trend recently, but she's had a pretty strong buyback coming back up here to test these 50K levels. And at the moment, for me, it's sitting at a fib retracement in that golden pocket, the 618, the 65. But it's also showing some pretty good strength to me as well. So, you know, it's hard to pick whether or not we're going to double top here or if we're going to break through. At the moment, I'm probably my bias, despite my, you know, usually I'm pretty bearish, and I did I like to be bearish. But at the moment, I'm guessing we could probably break and do a bit of a retest and then continue to push up on Bitcoin. That's what I'm leaning towards at the moment, which usually for me, like most of you guys that are on our market scans in Trade Room and that follow us in Discord, you always sort of see me a little more bearish than this. But market's up. Can't really say too much about that. It's at least I'm looking at the 54,000 level mark to be tested. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not in a Bitcoin long at the moment. If we do go long, I'll be playing this trade. I'll be waiting for a bit of a retest down here and then a push up. And that's the trade that I'll be looking to catch. What about you, Dids? Where are you standing with Bitcoin at the moment, man?
Alrighty, so also I'm the same. You can see we've been consolidating for the past. I'll chuck my chart up, eh? Alrighty. Yeah. So you guys can see up here, we've been consolidating sideways. Can see we've been consolidating sideways here. Never really trade these ranges. I'm either in over here and then taking that long, and then I'm out, and then I'm waiting. So waiting for it to either break up here to basically break up like this, like Dave, or for it to come all the way back down and break and retest down here. Never really trade these consolidation ranges at all. You know, you can easily get stopped out. So pretty much waiting for it to break up and retest, and or break down and retest, and then we go down. So that's it for BTC pretty much.
So basically you're saying that where it's at the moment in that range, you're not trading it, you're waiting for it to either break up and then test or break down and test, yeah?
Yeah. So guys, you can see that it's going up, and you can see over here to the left, right, we've got a resistance level. I'm not going to buy into that resistance level. I'm going to wait for that resistance level to break, and then for that resistance level here to act as support and be retested over here, right? If it doesn't break through, then I'm not in a trade. I'm keeping my money. I'm keeping my account. If it breaks back down here, good. But I'm not going to short it down from there, as it could easily just go down, create a higher low, and then back up again, and then I'm stopped out anyway. It just takes longer for me to get stopped out. So I'm waiting for these key areas over here and over here to break either up or break down. So either way, and then I'll trade it in that direction. Alrighty.
Sweet. I'll have a look at some altcoins.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of a list here. So let's have a quick look at a couple of fan favorites. So Dent, if we're looking at the daily, anyone in the comment section tell me what this looks like? This looks like a bit of a falling wedge with a break, doesn't it, on the daily? So if we come in on the 4 hour, this is what I'm looking for at the moment, is big bull flag. So what I'm seeing on Dent is a possible pullback to this region. So we can come and test these bottoms here. So we could pull back before we see a push up. This is probably the play that's the safest, is just waiting to see if we do get that pullback. However, if we do break out, again, I'm not going to FOMO into a breakout trade and just start buying in. I'm going to still wait for that pullback to happen and then let it push. So this is the region that I'll be looking at for longs on Dent. So keep an eye on that breakout. With the way the market's going at the moment, Bitcoin's looking pretty bullish. A lot of altcoins looking bullish. Ethereum's just had a huge big pump. So I wouldn't mind betting that a lot of these alts are going to start forming this pattern. But just make sure that if you are getting into trades, don't just FOMO into it. As soon as it breaks up, if you start FOMOing into that, you're likely to lose your money, because when the market does come down for a retest, you're probably going to freak out and go shit, and then you're going to sell, and then the market's going to push up anyway. So you'll probably sell it at a loss, and then the market's going to go the way you thought it was going to go in the first place. So you're always better off waiting for that retest. If the retest doesn't happen and you miss the trade, well, then you miss the trade. But if you catch that trade, then you're going to find yourself in profit just for being patient. ZIL, what are we looking at with ZIL? So we've got a really long uptrend here with ZIL on the 4 hour, looking at a bit of a retest in this circled zone here. So run your fibs over that, and that's going to coincide with trend, likely this this 50 EMA. I'd probably be looking at around the 11 cents on ZIL, so that 50 Fibonacci level, but I wouldn't mind betting that we might come back to that 618 as well. So probably see something like this happen. Hopefully test this region before we continue up. So set some alerts around that level if I were you. I'm going to set those alerts for myself right now. And I'll set another one for there. All right, sushi. Everyone loves sushi, don't they? Same sort of setup as ZIL at the moment, I think. So probably looking at a little bit more of a pullback. But again, if Bitcoin takes off and starts dragging alts with it, this isn't going to happen. So we're banking on Bitcoin either having a bit of a breather itself or consolidating sideways a little. So probably see something like this. This is what I'm hoping to see with sushi. Might even see another little pullback as we head up and create sort of a bit of an ascending triangle. But that's sort of looking too far ahead to make for my comfort levels. I'm probably looking at least a 50% to 618 Fibonacci level for ZIL. For sushi. And again, probably coincide with this 50 EMA on the 4 hour. So again, I'm going to set some alerts around that 50 fib level and that 618 fib level as well. Next, SXP. Right, so we've already hit the 618 on this and had a bit of a breakout. Currently being stopped by the 50 EMA. So what I wouldn't mind betting happens here is we've had a breakout, then we're going to pull back and retest before another push up. It's got to break that 50 EMA to really get bullish and really gain some momentum for me. I wouldn't mind betting that. Well, my play for this will be waiting for a breakout above that 50 EMA and then catching a retest from there. So SXP, it does look like it's primed. It's reached daily support, 618 retracement perfectly into that golden pocket. I'd be looking at just waiting for a bit of a breather, a bit of a retest, and then jumping in that. RLC. Okay. So looking at this region, let's run our fibs over that. Let's see if that lines up. pretty close. So that 50 fib level, again, 50 EMA, everything. A lot of altcoins are looking like this. A lot of altcoins are coming back to retest these levels, hopefully, and that's when we're going to get in on these trades. Patience is going to be key here, guys. It's easy to FOMO into the market, and as Dids and many other people in TCD know, I'm not the world's most patient guy. But when it comes to trading, if you're not patient by nature, you just have to be. All right. So patience makes money at the end of the day. And we've got to wait for these pullbacks to happen if you've already missed the trades. All right. These have already had decent pumps over the last couple of days. They've already moved in the market. You just got to wait for those pullbacks to happen and then enter those trades. So set alerts, set and forget. All right.
And just remember, guys, we're actually looking at the charts with perpetual futures. So if you guys aren't on not trading futures at the moment, your charts might not look exactly the same as ours. We're trading Binance perpetual futures. Okay, so they're all basically the same. They're going to look a little bit different. We're trading perpetual futures.
Yeah, good point. All right, everyone's fan favorite at the moment, ADA, Cardano. This thing's just been on a roll lately.
Yeah.
So all-time highs every other day. This thing's just been absolutely smacking it. Again, though, we want to wait. So we've had a breakout. We've got like this ascending triangle pattern formed. What we're waiting for is a return to retest before a push up. So we're not ready to trade yet. We're not in this trade yet. Unless you got in down here, we're not ready yet. We're just going to wait for this thing to pull back a little more. You've got a pretty bearish 4-hour candle there. Good chance you're at least going to pull back to test these levels. Hey, like it's going to happen for sure. So what's that? $2.95 roughly. That's the region you're waiting for the pullback there. That's where we're going to enter. Well, that's where I'm going to be entering for that next push up. As for how high it can go, because we're in price discovery with ADA at the moment, hey, so this thing just wants to keep going. So let's have a bit of a look at the last push up, and we'll run our fibs over here. Probably looking at close to $3.50 for another big push, hey?
Yeah.
That 1618. So that's how we determine.
Cardano is absolutely killing it at the moment, guys.
It is, when you're in price discovery like this, it's hard to find a projection of where you think price might go. So this is where we use fib extensions and things like that you can use fib retracements with the future 618 as well, which if we run that over the top of it from the previous push, you're looking at least $3.34, $3.35 for a fib level there. So, but I'm looking at least $3.50 or close to it. Around that region is probably going to be pretty good. But we're going to wait for this retest to happen. So again, you're going to wait for that pullback, come down and retest these previous highs as support before we push up to that level. So like we said before, patience is key. Alice, I looked at Alice before. I was going to get into it, and just as I sat down at my computer to enter it, I missed this trade. So I'm waiting as well. It did bounce off the 50. Look, guys, with this one, Alice is one of those coins that just sort of defies gravity lately. Hey, Dids. It just keeps pushing and pushing. I wouldn't mind betting.
Pushing, but it's got some massive pullbacks as well, guys. So these pullbacks, you can see they're making 100% pullbacks, 78 on the fibs pullbacks. Right now, it's just made another 100% pullback, and she's about to go again. So if you're not in it on that push up, then just leave it alone.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait now. There's a good chance that this could be, a bit of a double bottom before it shoots up again. We're still under that 50 EMA, so there's also a very good chance that we continue down and retest this 618 fib level, which converges with that uptrend line as well. So I'm a bit on the fence with this one at the moment. The 50 fib could be as far back as it comes, but I'm just going to be patient and wait and see, and we'll see if we can get a trade down at that 618 fib. And I'm going to set some alerts just above that, so hopefully we can catch it. And last one for me is Luna. I actually got in this earlier because of Cass. Cass shared a chart in the Discord, and I'm currently in on this. So bounced off the 50 fib, the 0.5 fib, and the trend, and we're above the 50 EMA. So if you've missed this, you've already missed it. Don't FOMO into it. Wait and see if you get a pullback. If you get a pullback back to this trend, then it could be a good entry. I might even add to longs there as well. But at the moment, I'm already in, so I'm not too concerned. But if you're not in, then just stay out until you get that breather, a bit of a pullback. Even if the trade continues up, don't FOMO into it. You've missed it. Move on. Carry on. Wait for it to then come back down again. Let it push up again. Wait. Let it push. Wait. Let it push. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you're trading. That's how you're finding these positions in the market. You're not just FOMOing into everything that pumps. Hope that makes sense, everyone. All right, I'll pull my chart and I'll hand it back to Didzy.
Yep, no problemo. Alrighty, guys, I've got a few charts very similar to Davo. First of all, I'm looking at Cotty. She's had a really decent pullback at the moment. Just basically looking at this one at the moment because we've got a support level over here, right? She's bounced off. Every time we're looking at these key levels, we're looking left, right? So we're over here at the moment. We're looking left over here for these support levels, right? So there's a fair bit of consolidation or fair bit of support over this side. We've bounced off over here. I'm predicting a little bit of a pullback and then continue up around here somewhere, okay? And that's where I'll be taking profit. So I don't usually trade Cotty. I kind of tend to stick to maybe 10 or 15 different coins on Binance. Cotty's not something I usually jump on that often. So I might not even be pronouncing it right, so I don't know. Do you know how to pronounce Cotty? Is it Cotty or is it Cotty? Oh, he's saying
I just think Cotty's cordial every time you say that.
Cordial. Yeah, that's right. That's what I keep thinking as well. So apart from that, I've got a small list up here. You can see to the right there, CHR. Now, CHR's very not a very easy one to chart at the moment. Again, we have massive pullbacks. We've got a nice area that we could have gotten in over here. It would have taken probably about a week for it to play out. But then we've got some massive pullbacks. Every time it went in, it pulled back to 100%. Went up, pulled back 100%. It's gone up, and she's got consolidation, nice bull hammer. So we put the fibs on that one, and she's going to be from wick to wick. We've got a bounce off the 61. So CHR for me is looking pretty good, although she's not really strong. Okay, so she's not showing much strength at all. So I'm still kind of predicting a little bit of a pullback down and then up to the 23, up to next market structure. So again, CHR not looking the best, but she's playing the game. All right,
been good to trade lately, actually. CHR has been good to trade.
Yeah, if you like range trading, CHR's been really good. So have a look at it. She's playing by the rules, right? Doge. All right, so another fan favorite. I'm sure everyone loves Doge. Doge is broken out. I've jumped in on Doge a couple of days ago. She wasn't really doing anything, but she was bouncing off the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, which is on my trade plan. One of my strategies I tend to really stick to the 200 EMA. You can see it over here. It tends to really love the 200 EMA, right? So once you get these, once it gets to around the 200 EMA, she likes to respect the 200 EMA. So, so over here again, we put the fibs up from the very bottom over here to the top over here, and we've got a 200 EMA plus a 50% pullback on the fibs with a decent breakout. Again, this one, I believe she's going to come back down. She's going to retest this area, and she's going to go up to next market structure, which will be over there. This will be where my TP is over here. Pretty easy, guys. You don't kind of want to jump in on these coins and take it to the moon, because when you think it's going to the moon, it probably isn't going to the moon. It's just going to go to the next market structure. From there, if it breaks that high there, then that will be the new support level. It'll come up, and then you can jump in at this point and take it long again. So really, really easy stuff. Okay.
Are you in on that trade from that bottom, double bottom on the EMA or not?
Yeah, I'm in on this trade from the double bottom. So Doge, I don't tell you the truth, guys, don't really like talking about being in on a trade in Doge because it's such a shit coin to everyone. But to me, it's not. It's right up there on market cap. You know, there's a lot of people that are going to be using this coin. So it used to be a shit coin. I don't really think it is. When the market cap's that high, there's a lot of interest in it. So, all right. So, Dave just talked to you about ADA. Okay, ADA. I'm looking at ADA also. ADA is actually experiencing new all-time highs. We've got some massive resistance broken over here. Looking left, we can't even look left over here because left is over here. That's definitely broken that resistance level. So looking at, if we're looking at patterns, we're looking at an ascending triangle at this point. You can see it here and then down. We've got an ascending triangle. It went up, came down, went up, came down, did what we call a three-touch rule with a pullback, and then broke. So at this point, waiting for a retest over here and then a push up. Okay, so ADA looking really, really nice. I wish I was actually holding some ADA on spot. So, and I'm not. So there you go. Now I want to talk to you guys about ETH. I'm not in on ETH, but what was it? I was going to actually show someone about the 50 EMA. Hang on a minute. Let me go back.
I shared a trade on ETH yesterday that just pumped.
All right, so I'll just back to ADA. Sorry, I was going to talk to you guys about ADA. Just remember this: the red EMA over here is the 50 EMA. I'll get rid of all that garbage there. The EMA over here is the 50 EMA, right? ADA has been respecting that 50 EMA from August, start of August, right? It's just respecting that 50 EMA all the way, all right? So expect that 50 EMA to probably continue up, and for ADA to maybe continue to respect that 50 EMA. So now ETH, sorry guys, ETH. Now Davo was talking to me about ETH. I hadn't even looked at it for a while until a couple of days ago when Dave said it's looking good and he's long on it. He's pulled out some good gains on ETH. Now, in the crypto market, you've got two big boys in the crypto market, and that's ETH and BTC. If one of them goes, it's most likely that the rest of the market's probably going to have a little pump themselves. Now, this time around, it was ETH, and this has happened before. It's not like it's the first time. When ETH goes, sometimes BTC lags. If BTC goes, sometimes ETH lags. Sometimes they go at the same time. But at this point, ETH was acting really, really strong and showing some really, really bullish signals. So the first one was basically ascending triangle. We've got ETH testing that resistance level a few times. If you see any coin testing resistance levels this many times over this amount of time, most likely it's going to break somewhere. So it basically just came back down, up, created a higher low, and then broke through with some force, right? Now, just from that resistance level, She made 15.3%. That's not too bad. 10 buy, we're looking at 150%. So ETH is looking really, really strong. Wish I was on that one as well, but I'm not. So are you out of that?
No, I'm still in.
All right. Okay, so my final coin tonight for the market scan, because we're on a little bit of a time. We're running behind on time tonight, guys. So we do have another market scan to put out. Right, XEM. Okay, XEM. We've got a bit of a squeeze and a break. Right, so over here, looking left, I'm going to draw this again so you guys can see. I'll take that 50 EMA off and we'll put this back down over here. Now, looking left again, XEM, we're looking left and we can see resistance level, right, which that would have been, again, what would that be? An ascending triangle. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch rule, break up, right? Comes back down, retests. Now we're up and we're getting some 100% pullbacks, right? And now we've got a controlled push down, which some of you guys would know as a bull flag. This bull flag hit the support level and the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, which is massive in any asset if you're trading with a bull hammer. So we've got basically 3 confirmations on XEM over here: a bull hammer, 200 EMA, support with a push up, a higher low, and then she's off. Okay, so you put that support level back in, and we put a line down here. Then we're looking for this break. If you're not in on this one, don't worry, she will pull back. I don't know where she'll pull back. I'm guessing it's going to be around that area. So if she does pull back, she might come back down here and then back up here, right? So
run
we're
a
going
fib on that for me, dudes.
Okay.
Run a fib on that one for me.
So this last small one here, from here.
Yeah.
So maybe 50%. I'm guessing around this level anyway. So she might wick a little bit more than usual. But yeah, guys. So all these coins at the moment are looking really strong, really good. They're probably going to go for another run. So keep your eye on all of these coins. Alrighty.
A lot of altcoins at the moment very much looking really bullish, but just like we said before, don't chase any pumps. If you are going to enter into an alt trade, whether you're spot buying, whether you're trading futures, doesn't matter. Just be patient. Don't jump into big green candles. Just wait for those pullbacks to occur. And if you are going to get in at the right levels. Use basic TAs, support and resistance. It's literally one of the most basic forms of technical analysis. We teach it in lesson number 2 on our course. It's the first thing you learn, and it's one of the most important things you'll need to know to find good entries to the market. So make sure you're just patient. You're getting in at the right times. You're getting out at the right times. Don't forget to take profits as well. This is where we see a lot of other people go wrong is, they get in at a good time, but then the market pumps up and it retraces and they still haven't sold their position. They still haven't sold their coins. All of a sudden, they're left holding bags of bloody Doge coins, and the market's turned the other direction. You should be selling. You should be, making sure that you're locking in some profits as well. So don't be scared to do that. All right, guys. I think that just about does us. Hey, if you like this sort of stuff, if you want us to do more of these market scans, make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Join our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. And make sure you jump on. If we're not seeing you guys jump onto these lives, then we won't do them, But if it's something that you'd like to see us do every week, then, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you join us. And we're happy to keep doing this sort of stuff on a weekly basis.
Let us know on Facebook as well. If we put something up and you guys are happy to see another market scan, let us know. We're happy to do them, definitely. So, and if it helps you guys out, also, guys, trading view, use the back test your strategies as well. All right. You need to use that back test. There's not enough people back testing. It's magic, right? It's a good tool. If you're paying for it, use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
Cool. All right, that just about does it. So we'll see you next time, and take it easy. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.